Hey everyone. Um, Started this channel just for funsies. We'll see where it goes. Today's video we're going to be talking about love and falling in and falling out. Brace up. Okay. What is love? For me, I would say love is not infatuation. It's where two people feel like-minded. They feel the same level of attraction for one another, and they just like they cling to each other, but not in a clingy sense. Because love isn't clingy, and it's something that grows exponentially. But it's also like it's like Jordans, and I hate to make that comparison. It's like Jordans. You can obviously make fake Jordans, and nobody would ever be able to like tell the difference between the real and the fake. You could definitely do that shit. And it's only one day you're walking about by somebody and they're like, "Oh shit, those are nice shoes," and they look at your feet and they see fucking Jordan doing a back bend or some shit. They're like, "Yo, those are not Jordans. It's fake." I guess really what I'm trying to say is that love is kind of blind, but evidently being blind is a choice that you make on a day-to-day basis. I mean, some people are visually impaired in real life, sure, I'm not talking about that. But it's a choice that you make, and it's like when you choose to be blind because you believe that you, air quotes, love somebody, it's just like you're, it's like seeing the knife go into your chest as it stabs you and not moving, not reacting, just accepting that, hey, your life is gonna end here. Which, I don't know, that's foolish. It's a fool's game. I guess I'll call that fool's love. But once you fall in love, you should never be able to fall out. But let's make another comparison. Love is kind of like a flower. If you don't, if you don't keep watering it and giving it what it needs, then it'll die out. It'll really just die out, lose all of its beauty, and there's gonna be no more flower. And it takes more than one person to love. You can love yourself, sure, but shit, you can only go so far there, right? And I think that, young love, old love, all love is just a beautiful thing. But with love, there's a risk of like betrayal in a sense. You could love somebody for 5 years and you would never know when they fell out of love with you. Some people feel it, some people don't, but the ones that don't feel it, it's just like, shit, one day your partner loves you, like exponentially. She loves you, or he loves you, like without boundaries and without all of that shit. He just loves you so much, and then the next day it's like he could give a damn about you. He would spit on you and walk away. And I'm like, shit, it didn't just switch overnight. And when someone tells me, hey, I just broke up with my boyfriend, hey, I just broke up with my girlfriend, I'm like, shit, whose fault was it? I really want to hear like their thought process. Even though I don't pick sides, I really want to hear both. Like I really want to hear the person's like point of view on how they think this might have came about. It takes like real courage to admit you were wrong, even if everything goes in your favor. And I don't think that it's talked about enough if people break up on good terms. it's always expected to be some sort of drama. Like, it's always expected to be some sort of smoke in the air between two people. Sure, you could be cool, but depending on how it happens, like, for example, you say to your girlfriend one day, hey, I think we should see other people. And she's like, oh, for real? You're like, damn, yeah, for surely. And it's like, shit, I guess you're gonna see other people now. And y'all chill after that. It's like, y'all don't have any smoke in the air, but y'all really not the best of friends either. So it's just like, hey, we agree that we're okay, but we don't want to be with each other, which is that's chill, that's mature. But to go out of your way and like fucking fight somebody or stalk somebody or try and ruin their life, call their mother, call their father, saying shit to their family, that's not mature. That's some bullshit, respectfully. But yeah, now let's talk about falling out of love. Right. There can be many factors of falling out of love. And okay, let's start with the well-known one. It's boundary breaking, actually. That's how I think. It's boundary breaking. When you first enter a relationship, you start talking to someone, y'all are official. They set boundaries. Hey, I don't want you to do this shit, and I don't want you to say this shit. I don't want you to make me feel this emotion ever. Which, that's a stupid thing to say. Every emotion you're gonna feel, you're gonna experience each and every one of those emotions. Anger, pain, wrath, all of this shit. You're gonna experience all of it. But yeah, let's just say your partner's like, hey, I don't want you boiling eggs when I'm home. They make my stomach upset and I feel like throwing up. And you know your partner's in the room sleeping. You're like, damn, I really want to boil an egg. And you go ahead and you boil an egg. That's like strike one. They're like, shit. And you wake them up and they smelling that shit. It's like, ugh, who's boiling eggs in here? And they come and see it's you. They're like feeling kind of like iffy about you because they told you they don't fuck with all that shit and you did it anyway. So really, what more can you expect? And then let's say a day or two later, your partner tells you about that shit and you're like, I don't like how you're making it seem like everything's about you. That's projecting, bro. Which, hey, you did some shit to fuck with them. They're telling you about it and you turn it back on them, saying that not everything is about them. They just brought up an issue. You both should come to some sort of common ground and squash the beef, because if you guys love each other, you wouldn't want to be angry at each other for more than a day, or more than a week, or more than an hour. I give it an hour minimum, bro. But boundary breaking can be the cause of many relationships ending. And it's not talked about as much, I don't think. But I'll close it out by saying this, because I want to keep it short. This is my first video, or first audio snippet. I think that if you're in love with someone truly, you don't just love them for what they can give you. You don't just love them for their body. You don't just love them for the things they can do for you. Then I don't think there's anything that can really stop you from being in love with them. Unless they kill one of your homies, that's different. But yeah, this is my thoughts on it, and I really hoped y'all enjoyed, and let me know what y'all want me to talk about next. I'm not sure I'm going public with this shit, but I'm gonna have it floating around in the wind. Y'all have a great night, morning, afternoon, midnight. I'm not sure. I just hope this finds y'all well. Keep it easy, stay easy, and stuff like that. Ciao, or some shit.